Alright, let's get the show on the road today. And I should have plenty of space when you think about it, but let me go ahead. Empty my recycling bin anyway. I gotta do a cleanup of my footage later on anyway, but that's fine. Where are we in development? So we cleared out everything they've already hit. They did also get this base, so let's go ahead and clear that out. Mark that as clear. Now, is there anything else I want to pre-build at the moment? Alright, I mean, yeah, we did have a radiation bomb get dropped, so let's go ahead and template that. Oh my gosh, how do we spell barrel? There we go. Okay, which one is, yeah, we'll dump a few of these around. I need a grass cutter. It was actually, it was a single barrel, actually. With that, I need like a goo, radioactive goo. Perfect. All right, we'll put that there. I need a grass cutter. We'll do a large one. Yeah, it's perfect. All right. So with that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we really want to go get. I mean, we had an Apache, we had an A10, we had a 113. I'll spawn those in. No, we'll do it now. I mean, we had, let's see, 64 Guardian E, that was in here. I'm going to go ahead, screw up the stats. We got a 113 out here. Again, screw up the stats. There was a 164. Oh, God. It's fine. That was in there, attributes, and then there was a Chinook. Did I not just cut all of your ammo, or are you... Oh, okay, you're doing it the hard way. Fine. Let's rip all that off, and then we have... Wasn't a vanilla one, we had a... that was out of fuel, no ammo. Cut all the stuff out in there, and that should be good. Just some remnants of another time. I'm gonna start templating these units as well. And I haven't decided what I want to do with this base yet. I think I was going to do it as a masked position, but... You know... Hard to say what else we're going to really run into here. Let's do, I guess, another Skinner position. Maybe build a few more skin... we'll wait till they meet the mask before I give the Skinners another update. Yeah, that bridge is destroyed. Yeah, okay, let's, yeah, no, let's just build that as a Skinner position, but let's also grab our other dudes. Where did I put them in here? There they are. And that would be down here. This guy I actually want to replace with, oh, they did make him, well, I mean, about time they updated that, but that's fine. There's no other mutants other than what I have available, which is fine. But let's see, I need an officer. Just so I can find this guy a little more easily. And then we go to his identity, take his voice away, because I don't want him speaking. That would actually be, what, unit traits? No, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Identity. No voice. I'm gonna put him there for now, and now I gotta basically vary these three guys around. No. Fuck, what were the classes I had for this? It was... Whites are security, the other guys are convoy-based. There we go. I was gonna have some pretty heavy firepower in here. It's always fun to build your own headcanon campaigns. Just, you know, the one thing is making sure you maintain everything. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of there, because we're going to have them do everything. I need a small helicopter. That isn't a little bird. Little bird would be the smallest. No. I guess a UH-1Y wouldn't hurt. I'll do a 1H, actually. And then I'll leave 2 more guys on internal security here, and then I need some of the red guys around. We'll spawn one there, because I gotta do internal templating. And then the black business suit, we're gonna go ahead and put that guy in here. You're dead, right? Yeah, okay. We're gonna put him away. We're gonna take away the rifle. We're gonna keep the mask, though, and he's gonna be under captive. So that option is going to be there. Cool. All right, that'll be set to right there. Yeah, that should be fine. And then I'm going to put another guy right there ready to have him templated and whatnot, break all these guys apart, and actually have them joint on. Well, no, they can't be, because I intend to use him as a roleplay piece. So he can't be a part of this group, but I can copy all of this and set it to pathing disabled. And then I have to make this place a little more homey. So check off the pathing. Now I'm going to start going into here and copy pasting a few assets. So we're gonna grab this, that, the maze line, some of the garden plots, because I'm gonna reuse them. Some smaller water tanks. Outhouse, sure. I'm trying to think, is there anything else from the previous assets I'd want to utilize? I mean, we could do the sandbags as well, because we're trying to make another settlement-style area. Cool. All right. Put that right there. Wherever we're going to have farming is where the other stuff's going to go. See, if we have helicopters here, then I don't really want to do wind stuff around there. I mean, that just means we can kind of capitalize on this space. Don't want to make it look like anything's floating. Vary it like so. Yeah, no, so this means we can actually have some light sources here. Because I think everywhere else in the AO is fine. It's just we gotta build all this stuff together. And then when in doubt, I can't find anything that I like, I can just set up debating. I think that would be a little out of place for the perimeter wall, things considered. Decent idea, though. That's not the San? Nope, you're right. That is the wrong San. My bad. It's that one. All right, let's go ahead, set these up. Any recommendations for a bigger map that can see vehicles, both air and ground, use while fighting over objectives at different sides of the map? I guess Ilbanek, if you're talking about OFCRA, like mission dev for OFCRA, Takistan would be a good choice. Where you can see things on the other side of the map. So more open maps. I mean, that Fallujah's pretty open, but you know, it's because it's a giant fuck-all town. I'm struggling here. That's a toughie. I guess Werfelingen would also work pretty well. That one's pretty open and sizable, but that one requires a CDLC. Maybe Usman Valley as well, but Alibad, Kunduz, Afghanistan, just, you know, a lot of desert maps would really do you justice there. But that's Yeah. Also, yes, don't worry about the pickle jar. It's okay. And the theme is just my own headcanon, just trying to get all this built. So if I let that clip, we get that. Which is a little annoying because that texture does float, so I'm going to have to rotate it. Yeah, so I think no matter what happens, we're going to have to do this. And then we can just make micro adjustments as things happen, but this gives me then an excuse to go out and set things up as I need them. Oh wow, I just realized how completely misaligned everything is. Alright, well, let's fix that real quick. We want that over yonder. We're gonna have to retune these one by one. If they go up, then that's fine. Yeah, no, I don't mind them partially in the ground. And then this needs to be slightly rotated like that. Yeah, okay, no, it's really just preferring if I do it line by line. Yeah, because the entire rotation actually, like, messed them up a little bit. And it's still not level. Here, so what if we did it this way and just added maybe 2 more rows? That would be good enough for me. Now, does every single one of them need the row visible? No, but perfectionism. Plus, it gives me something to focus myself on. I'm going to quickly give it a save and then a reload just to see if the grass actually gets cut on those maze areas. Are we farming the destruction of the player's sanity? Dude, we're farming my sanity destruction, like God. Oh my God, I'm texting an old friend of mine who hasn't posted to YouTube for a while, and then she, out of the blue, gets a message saying her entire YouTube account gets terminated for multiple, what was it? Here, let me look at the image again. It's the funniest shit. Account was terminated due to repeated or severe violations in the community guidelines on nudity and sexual content. And all she did was occasionally put up a video for like 5M roleplay streaming, which was, it was nothing bad. But I like read that and I just laughed my ass off, so she tried to appeal. And then they just basically copy and pasted the reason and then like said, you're done, like no appeal. And it's like, what does that even mean? Like, damn. So, just a brief reminder, guys, YouTube doesn't care about you. They really don't. That's just how it works. It's such an automated system that, you know, if something gets flagged, you're pretty much screwed, which is why you either have to get lucky and become a big channel where you're no longer viewed by those automated systems, and you'll actually get someone to, like, genuinely look over something for you. But that also means you might be heavily scrutinized over the most random of things. Fun fact, you will be... Motherfucker. Oh, you're all floating. I'm just gonna redo the entire fucking row. That means you're floating here then, yep. So what's the average fall then? It's right there. But, you know, if they ban you, it's an IP ban. So you're, like, never able to make another account with that IP. And if for whatever reason, if someone, like, thinks you're someone else and they, like, you know, try to deep dive or fact check you, because it's also like a Google account ban, because YouTube is owned by Google, so you're, like, just pretty much screwed at that point. But, okay, this didn't do the entire thing. So I'm gonna have to re-rotate all of these. And then re-lower the maze stack. Let's see. These are a little narrow, so let's actually get rid of that one. And then we can stretch this one out a little on the right. Stretch this one out a little on the... wait, no, that one was the left. This one's the right. And now let's go ahead. What's it gonna be? It's gonna probably be a cutter here, a cutter here. And then a re-rotation of... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing's floating. Maybe like a quarter of an inch, but it's fine. It's fine. Fuck it. It's fine. But I just find it really funny that, you know, someone that hasn't posted in a while and just kind of does their own thing just gets randomly flagged and then perma-banned. And then the content itself is, like, not even violating. Because, you know, there's people that post on Twitch and YouTube that, in all honesty, they should be banned for what they post because holy crap, like... I was setting up to do the streams yesterday, and someone was streaming in, like, a bikini, and the title of the stream was, like, ban appeals in my bikini. And it's like, what? So, like, Twitch and YouTube have guidelines over sexual content, but that's perfectly okay. And it just goes to show you it's okay because they're already a big channel, and by then they make a decent chunk of money for the platform, so they're gonna let them get away with anything, you know? It really just goes to show you how scuffed everything is. That's why when people tell me, like, hey, like, what advice do you have for being a successful Twitch streamer or YouTuber? I go, first off, I wouldn't consider myself successful in that department. I'm just lucky to have what I have. And second, refer to the first answer. It's luck. You know, like, you're not gonna get anything with that. I'm sorry to say. Like, if you actually try. I spent, I want to say, 3 years understanding the algorithm, figured it out, and then they just completely changed it one day. Spent another 2 months, figured it out, and then they completely changed it. Because the thing is, if you find out about the algorithm and how it works, and then you publish your findings, I think Spiffing Brit is a good example of that. He did that with the shorts. literally within 2 weeks, any advantage anyone had over the short algorithm was completely eliminated because it was made public. And then YouTube in response was like, well, we want people to use these features, so, you know, the hidden algorithm buffs we were giving now no longer apply because everyone's using them. So it's like, oof, you know, like that's it. It's done. GG. But anything, and this is why when I was collecting information with a bunch of other channels, they got really, some got really pissy at me, even though I told them I was going to share it. And I got them all to say, yeah, that's fine. But then again, like, the context I've realized for that is they thought that we weren't actually going to find anything worth me posting, but we actually found a shit ton of information out worth posting. So, you know, people got greedy, context got changed, blah, blah, blah. That's why I stopped making those videos, because I don't want to, you know, piss everyone off, but it's just a matter of whatever happens, happens, you know? You can hit pay dirt with the algorithm, you can find an exploit and just keep it to yourself and milk it till the algorithm has, like, I think it's now a yearly update where they completely change things around. But once you get to a certain level on YouTube, unless you're blacklisted, you'll just constantly grow. And I honestly think I never actually got removed from the blacklist when I thought I was. When I was having this major growth, it's because YouTube algorithm had a random change. And then I think someone manually changed it again. Because that's the only solution we could think of with a few other channels that I work with to gather information. Because apparently my channel is just a massive anomaly of, hey, you are getting like all of this viewership, and then all of a sudden it collapses, and then all this viewership comes back. It's like, what's going on? Like, by every other channel in comparison we've found, like, yours just doesn't seem to confine to what the hell is, like, the norm. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't know either. I'm just doing what I feel like doing, but that's the example of how you can, like, manipulate an algorithm to your standards, but if you're blacklisted, you're blacklisted. It'll only get you so far. But I'm at a level where I can do all this and be fine because I've diversified where all my revenue is, so it doesn't really matter to me. Alright, I want to get 2 Skinners here, set them to captive, and I want to just have, like, prisoners here. This looks like a Vietnam Fallout out. I mean, the universe is supposed to be like a Fallout theme, but similar to the new Halo show, it's my own headcanon on top of what is a Fallout universe style, but it's whatever the fuck I want it to be. You know? Since we can do that now openly, and people will just eat that shit up, so, you know. That's what I want. I love it when they're saving hands for later. That's my favorite. Tummy was making the rumbly that only hands could satisfy. But yeah, no, these are my cannibal kits. I call them Skinners. Everything has a custom name. Like, all the people with the white glove masks are literally called the Masked, and they're just a neutral faction that keep to themselves, that the main player base with the Remnant, which are ex-military forces trying to keep the peace everywhere, believe are the guys causing all these small issues and hitting cities, because they're reported, the people attacking everything's reported to have masks on. So they think these are the guys responsible. Turns out they're not going to be, but they'll have information on who actually is. I want to put a skeleton in here and just say, yeah, they ate him. They literally just ate this man. Ah, yes. Oh my gosh, we can draw him like a stick figure. Oh, this is perfect. That is the pinnacle of human anatomy right there, all right? You got your foot bone, your hand bone, your skull, and then everything that it connects to. This is pinnacle biology, anatomy even, for an average human individual. Everyone is made up of 2 core bones. See, this is your throat bone. And then the end of it's where your butt is, all right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's just how it works. All right, is there anything else I want to do? We got the things. Oh, yeah, we need outhouses, right. Where do people go to the bathroom in the Fallout universe? It's the age-old question. I just realized, yeah, they're not going to have it next to their buildings. They don't want to smell that. Who the hell wants to smell that? No, we're going to move these. We'll move them over here. No one wants to smell that. Give Dante his crayons? Hell yeah. I want to see if he shoots you. Because he hates marine crayon jokes because they're overused, quote unquote. We'll get that set. Now, is there anything else I really want to tackle today? Other than, I guess, maybe a few more Skinner positions around. Yeah, I guess we'll just garrison some Skinner positions. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we'll get this mission file done. Then I want to make the UNSC mission for next Monday. And then beyond that, I have no idea. We'll probably then go into DayZ, because that's what, like multiple days front logged. I mean, we could also get into the next Monday campaign that I want to do, but at the same time, I really don't feel like tackling that today. Because the whole goal of today is I finalize my tax documents, get that sent in to someone to do them for me, because now it's gotten incredibly complicated because of the mortgage, and Bloodwing's like, I know this person, let's have them do it. And I'm like, all right, well, they're going to hate me because of all the shit I have to do for taxes, but yeah, by all means. And then I've been doing more front logging on channels. We're actually going to have 3 videos get uploaded on the main channel today, so even though I don't care about it, I am going to start doing a few little tests on the YouTube algorithm again, just because I want to see what happens if I edit a few factors, specifically with video count on its own comparative metrics to my channel, but regardless of what I find out, not going to be able to publish it, because then I'm going to pass it to a few other people and just let them know how XYZ works. And, you know, at that point, if I share anything algorithm-related, they get pissy. And, well, in the future, I might need their data again to compare stuff to, so gotta keep them happy. I swear, though, the amount of politics involved with anything these days, between running YouTube channels or like Arma communities, it's insane. It's absolutely bonkers how all of this gets sometimes. I just roll with it, you know? We just roll with it. Also, I just realized I'm gonna have to be on early tonight because they probably want to do some trading because I didn't allow them to sell anything on the evening, I think. So, Lamau. Stream might start early. Alright, that's that position. Is there any other military positions in here? Because I've just written on my doc that, hey, it's Skinner territory. Actually, this one... yeah, I wanted to use this for something else, but for now it is technically a Skinner position. Yeah, And then there's a base up here. I don't really want to make into a Skinner position again, because I might have something else planned for it, but we can just change it up as the missions go by. It doesn't really matter. I've already had to change like 3 major plot points of this campaign, which is why I get so burnt out from doing it. But, you know, I promised myself I would finish this no matter what, so we're going to finish it. It's just going to take another like 3 months for 6 ops. Because we run it bi-weekly now. Because I Zeus in the 506 bi-weekly. Plus, I kind of want to stream DayZ again, just to see if it gets DDoSed again. I'm trying to see if there's a correlation between me and it. Because, I'm going to be honest, the whole DOSing and DDoSing things that have been going on have actually, like, really fascinated a cybersecurity side of me that I haven't been able to flex in a while. Because I haven't really been able to do anything with it since college and high school. High school, I always went to these crazy competitions for cyber stuff. And then college, I didn't really do much of that because they didn't have they didn't have this community for something like that, which was annoying. But, you know, and then, you know, doing all this YouTube stuff, it's, you know, nothing really cybersecurity related. So I'm just trying to see, you know, what connections I can get based off of what they're doing. And the only real correlation I've had is, you know, DOSing and DDoSing. And then, you know, what's being done in one community versus what's being done in another. And is it, you know, the same malicious person potentially behind multiple and either doing like a massive, like, deep fake of trying to fake out being one person, or is it a community? And then when the DayZ server got hit, that opened up a new variable of, okay, they can hit other game servers. But was that just a one-time thing that happened? Or, you know, is that going to be a new constant? And it's a matter of, okay, like figuring out if that was like a targeted thing, which it looks like it was, rather than just the company getting hit based off of everything that happened. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, how far down the rabbit hole is one or multiple, or like a group of people gonna go just to try to get me for something? You know what I mean? Because I already figured out the limitations of when they do it, which tells me the time zone they're in, at the very least. But it's just figuring out everything from there. I gotta change all this information, too. What map is this? This is Columbia. It's one of the newer maps. And again, like, there's nothing I can really do against a DOS or a DDoS. Like, some of the attacks that have been happening over the past 2 weeks have been pretty bad. like, I've been laughing with a few communities over, like, the really, like, low amount of data they're sent. Whereas the one that hit the DayZ server, I think, was probably one of the better executed DDoS attacks, simply because of the sheer amount of information they were able to push into the server, actually. And then the DayZ server, it handled the DDoS attack really well, but then when everyone reconnected to the server, because everyone was on, like, a different part of Essiker, the server had a heart attack for, like, 10 minutes trying to render everything for every client. Because we were literally, like, encompassing 80% of the map. So the server had to, like, spawn 80% of its total zombie count, and it just wasn't having it. So we were more effective at technically DDoSing our own server. Because when you think about it, a DDoS is a distributed denial of service attack. So it means multiple actors, multiple IPs are involved in the attack. So when you have, like, 20 people reconnect to a server, spawning in, like, everything and, like, using up the server's resources before it can properly allocating them, technically, you are DDoSing your own server. And that's why I love Arma 3 netcode so much, because if one person disconnects from, like, a 90-person op, you might have, like, a 5-minute desync spike, and that is technically... Well, actually, no. Would that be a DOS or a DDoS? Because the whole reason the server's freaking out is because it's having to send all the information, all that information of one person disconnecting to all of the clients. So technically, would the server sending all that information to all the clients be considered the DDoS, or would it be considered a DOS because the one person leaves? I think technically it would be the former, because that's where the information's being sent, because a DDoS is basically sending information to a server to overload it. So, would that classify as a different definition then? Based off of what I know about cybersecurity attacks, not really. Not really. Yeah, or you can do what happened in TSB like a year and a half ago, where we didn't pay Nandy T90, and then the server data center actually burned down. That's not really a cyber attack at that point. That's just we pissed off Cthulhu somehow. Then, oh my god. But no, it fascinates me. But the only thing we can do is just continue to block IPs, but then they're just going to generate new IPs. So it doesn't really matter. On their new expedition, I'm going to spell expedition wrong. It's expedition. To find... Cool. But no, it's funny too, because people, there's so many ways you can utilize so many negative things that happen to you. You just have to be mindful with your time. And I think as someone that knows how to really multitask, that's just something I've been happy to deal with. Why get angry at something when you can literally monetize it to your own advantage? Or even weaponize it. Funny enough, though, it's also shown me that if I really wanted to, it's really easy to go to a Twitch streamer on Arma 3, find their IP, because how do I put this? I did a deep dive of every single way you could actually find someone and what server they're on Arma 3 or any game server through that matter through Steam. And it's terrifying how easy it is. So if I really wanted to, I could rent out some server space in a country that wouldn't give a shit, like Russia, United Emirates, anywhere, and I could just have, filter IPs and constantly change them back, and then I could route those through VPNs if I wanted to, and then I could weaponize a DDoS of any streamer I didn't like, and all you need to do is just wait for a live notification. Literally, you could do it for your phone, like controlling everything with a few apps and actually, like, fuck someone's life over, which is really bad. Don't do it. But people think it's really hard to do these types of attacks, and it's like, no, it's really not. You literally just have to, well, know how to do it, which I guess sounds counterintuitive, but if you figure out the know-how and you know where to look for the information, and then you know where to get the resources, it's not that hard. So, theoretically, if I ever get banned for a stupid reason, I'm taking everyone out with me. Anyway, no, I'm kidding, guys. Nah, that's fucked up. I'm gonna be honest, because when the whole Ambi Falk situation happened and they actually got my Twitch account banned for a month, that was probably the most terrified I'd ever been in my life, because that was literally someone taking everything I had achieved and actually, like, fucking with it. Like, low blow fucking with it. And I've taken very extreme measures to make sure that never happens again, but even if it does happen, I have safeguards in place on other things. That's why I constantly diversify where I make money. And that's the thing, I don't really make my money off of Twitch and YouTube anymore. No, it's everywhere else these days. And then I'm also looking into opening up merch again, or maybe another way to monetize Arma, because I don't trust Twitch or YouTube at all, you know? But, you know, if someone wanted to just constantly DDoS your Twitch or whatnot, and you were very stagnant in what you did and you relied on, you know, streaming, you're screwed at that point. And I'd never want to do that to someone else, because that's just heartless, in my opinion. And there's some people out there that are like that. And then there's people that just do it for fun. And, you know, it lasts like a month or two. I can deal with that. I used to, back in my high school days, we had some people, we were all in the same cyber club, and we would do some pretty malicious shit with each other. I once wiped my friend's hard drive. Accidentally deleted a project he'd been working on for 2 months for a class. His fault for not opening his fucking image in the class. He forgot to boot it beforehand. An image, basically, it's a computer within a computer. What's the other term for it? It's the image is the specific type of or the program you open in it. Oh my god, what's it called? Why am I blanking on it? Virtual machine. Thank you. Yes, that's it. But I thought he had his image already open, so I put something on the network. He downloaded it. It wiped his hard drive. We laughed, and then he actually punched me in the face. Thankfully, he was able to recover it because he put it on a Google Doc. But, oh my god. Poor Jacob. Anyway. Oh, I totally deserve that. But then again, like, so in that same class towards the end of my junior year, all of them gathered around me and started beating the shit out of me because I started dating Bloodwing, who was a mutual friend of everyone. Also, I'm going back and forth just to look at things. I'm going to do, let me tab out and actually put the right files in here. But that was really funny. They all just said, "Good job, buddy," and took a second to punch me in the shoulder. And then one of their dads ran the club, and they had a network security officer for the school in there as well. And I literally watched this guy, my friend, he looked to his dad, he nodded his head, his dad then nodded his head, and then his dad put his arm over the shoulder of the network guy and literally like turned him to face away from our corner of the room, and they literally hazed the shit out of me. Oh, that was such a fun day when we went public about the relationship. It was bad, too, because I was late that day, so she told everyone, and I wasn't there to also say anything, and my ex went belligerent. But I got mugged a few times that day. Oh, God, that was roughly 8. Yeah, about 8 years and a few months ago. It was around, I think, February or March we did that. Sorry, I'm tabbed out because I'm looking for my damn New Horizons file. It's buried under some other stuff just so I can copy and paste all the scripts. And then I'm actually going to tab out and review them just because I've been spending the past few weeks reviewing everything I'm putting in my mission files. So I need to go to Notepad++. Computer. Notepad++. Yes, I'm aware an update's available, okay? I keep telling you to run it, and then you corrupt yourself and you don't run it. And I just have been too lazy to do a clean reinstall to fix that. Yeah, so they don't want the terrain grid coefficient, so I don't need the init player local in there then. They don't need the shift clicking. They do need that. Okay, yeah. So hopefully that'll fix the issue where they can't loot bodies. But we don't need the init player local in there because that controls the grass. And they've told me, hey, don't delete the grass. And I'm like, okay, fine. We won't delete your grass. And we only run like 10 or 12 people on, so it doesn't matter. It's just when you delete the grass, it saves frames. It doesn't pixelate the bit rate for streaming. And even on recording on really... I hate you. Oh my god, that made me jump. I forgot to turn those off, you little shit. I'm gonna keep them on because we're gonna get into DayZ in a second. Stop it. That actually made me physically, like, jump my head. I hate you. Because I do this thing where I have my headset on where it's only encompassing my left ear, and then my right ear, it's outside of my headset, so I can just make sure I'm not being too loud when Bloodwind's in meetings. And I'm doing, like, casual stuff. So literally, I just heard a freaking zombie scream into my left fucking ear. Oh, you... I hope you enjoy it, okay? Because I was telling this to a few of my buddies last night. Like, I put myself through that because monthly, those types of streams is another way I can diversify my revenue. You know, it gets me another few $100 a month, which, you know, I can put to groceries, or in this case, what I'm actively doing, higher gas prices. Anyway, you know? But damn. But I will say at 4:30 in like an hour and a half, we are releasing the footage from yesterday that I edited down. So, do you get banned for that one? Nah. I'm something I've adapted over the, or I guess adopted would be the proper word, over the past, I want to say 2 years, is if something happens in a mission where someone metagames or, you know, someone does something stupid, but it was within the mission parameters that I, as the Zeus or the mission maker, could have, you know, altered to make sure it didn't happen, I blame myself rather than that person. I applaud the person for coming out, like figuring out how to do it, and then I make absolute sure that it never happens again. That is my philosophy on it as a game master, because I used to just get really pissy at the person for doing it, and why? You know, people are always going to find ways to exploit things, break things, blah, 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 and the best you can do is get around that. I just burnt myself on the fire. You know what I mean? The best thing you can do is just go, oh, okay, cool, and then, you know, fix the issue and just not be lazy to the point that doesn't happen again, and then actively look for other issues that would fall in the same principle of that and just make sure that it's not done again, you know? Don't get mad at the person for finding the exploit, get mad at the exploit and then patch it. But there's so many people these days that just get mad at the person for finding it. And it shows in some gaming communities. Otherwise, Chibi Shibby. Nice. Thanks for the raid. What were you playing, my friend? Any funny ideas for scripts I could use in OFCRA? My brain needs some work. Ilbanek, I want you to make me a script that when I spawn a unit, it spawns invisible with a goat attached to it, and then it spawns the gun that the unit is holding to the right of the goat. And then when the goat dies, it kills the unit, deletes the unit, but leaves the dead goat. All right? I want you to make armed goats so I can make a meme mop out of it. How are you going to use that for OFCRA? Very simple. You just apply it at a player level. Okay? I want to see goat on sheep violence, and I want you to call the mission file Ram Ranch 2.0 Animal Farm Edition. All right? That's what you're doing. For more shitty ideas, I'll be streaming for another few hours. There you go. For that, you would need to stay for the second mission. Give me the date, and I will make sure I stay for the second mission, Ilbanek. Give me the fucking date, and I will be sure to fucking cover that. Don't you fucking worry. And then you're giving me that script because I want to use it against my players for, like, pay for pain or some stupid shit. Speaking of pay for pain, I saw someone ask about it earlier. I'm going to probably do a pay for pain on the 30th. But again, big emphasis on probably. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. Simply because I don't feel like doing one this month. You know what I mean? I know, Ilvanek, but I haven't looked over them yet because I've been too busy with other shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These campaigns take a while to build. It doesn't look like much, but it's all the freaking lore building in the background and then changing things that happen. For example, latest one. They weren't supposed to go all the way up here. This was going to be for something else, but they're like, dude, what if we had like this gray zone all the way down here? What if we pushed into it and just like randomly did shit? And I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck me. But again, it's just a limitation of the campaign itself. I'm not going to fault the players for that. I find that funny. Here, what if on top of that we did a cover map module? Just to clarify. Can y'all be patient? Why did I just hit that button? Y'all are killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Oh god, my freaking DMs are blowing up again. Oh well. Yeah, okay, no, so that's a nice thing. Let's go ahead and look at the remaining garrisons, make sure those are all fused together. And we should be good. I just want to make sure everything's garrisoned and grouped to the same item, because these are just meant to be like pre-placed units. Therefore, it's just better templated. I still have a green box there, but that's for the one guy that I'm in to remote control. Yep. And then these are all remaining. Right, you're the ghoul template there. I've got another ghoul template over here for the Forsaken, quote-unquote, which are attracted to radiation. That head twitch is creepy, but I think actually completely in character for what they do. Oh, that is terrifying. Like, that is actually a little unsettling. Yeah, I don't know. I think the mission's ready to go. Last thing I want to check over is ace settings, but I don't think any of that's changed. I just need to DayZ op when. I mean, we've had a few Arma 3 DayZ style events, but now that we actually run DayZ servers, I abandon all the Arma 3 DayZ-esque server types because we just got a DayZ server and figured out how to, you know, make custom mods for that instead. So that all got put aside when we started working on that, like, I want to say 2 years ago? TSB versus DayZ. I mean, again, we have a server up, and people, if you were watching yesterday, people actively are trying to hunt and kill me when I go south, so I don't go south anymore. Because people are mean. And then they say sorry after they shoot you, and I'm like, you wouldn't be sorry if you... That's just rubbing salt on the wound, bro. I don't give a shit that you killed me. I give a shit that you're trying to apologize for it. It's like, bro. That's like winning the game in, what are they called? Dota or League of Legends, and then saying GG that you won. It's like, bruh. Oh, no, that's completely different. Never mind. Forget I said that. All right, no, I think this is ready. I said I was going to check the ace settings. I'm going to save and export before I even look at the ace settings, because, again, these haven't changed. And then the one thing that did change, they're overriding, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. All right, let me get this on a document, and then we'll play an intermission. Need to ghillie suit and stalk you with the soundboard. I mean, someone already did that on the other DayZ server I'm frequenting on Fridays these days. That was pretty funny. They went... And then I just started laughing. But anyway, let's see. I hate searching any recipes on Google, because then when I, you know, have to do work or open a new tab to go to, like, you know, my FTP server or whatnot to send things around like mission files, Google's like, hey, you know, since you made potato soup yesterday and you looked up a recipe, here's 20 other recipes for potato leek soup. Here's how you can make it today. And I'm like, I made it yesterday, though. Nope, make more potato leek soup. Okay. Like, anything I look up, it's like, yeah, you know, you just made this really, like, small dish. Here's how you can make it again. Or if I'm looking at upgrading a certain component of my computer, like for the next 2 weeks, they'll just be recommending me like more GPUs, and I'm like, I'm not making a Bitcoin farm. Google, calm down, please. All right, let me go get this sent to Drummy. And I think now bi-weekly I should always be working on that campaign. Unless they make a major fucking change again and then, or, you know, do something completely off the rocker and then I have to completely, like, change the campaign again. Ah! Well, whatever. Let's go ahead and put our stock image up. Now I gotta transfer mod sets to... Oh, dear. Why did that just completely annihilate chat? Okay. OBS, please. OBS, why is my chat window kabloodled? I still see you guys on the chat app, but my OBS just went completely white on my interface. Huh. Did I get Twitch banned? Nope, didn't get Twitch banned. Dang. I mean, hooray. Alright, I'm gonna start booting the new mod set, and I'm gonna... I can't restart OBS because that'll restart the freaking whatchamacallit. I have no choice, actually. Well, I mean, this is a perfect opportunity. I need to just stop and start the stream again. So give me a second. I'm gonna boot... Well, no, I'm not gonna boot Arma just yet because that'll serve resources. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna reboot OBS.